What about this?
Oh, what did I have?
This is Dela Cruz.
Yeah.
He has to come back next week.
Okay, that's why they said.
Yeah, come back next week.
On the
22nd.
22nd, okay.
All right, now you got some good help there, I think, Mr. Grant. All right, now, what I do have you unmuted, and I do have you, your video. Now, it seems to be that maybe the phone itself may be muted, or the volume is not turned up. I don't know what the problem is from here.
Your Honor, Attorney Corse is representing Mr. Lambden.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay, very well. All right, now let me move on to Mr. Ladd. Let me put you in a breakout room.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Ladd, I tried to speak with you and your audio was not on either, so now I can hear you. So-
My apologies, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Ladd, you jump in the breakout room and talk to the lawyer unless you have a lawyer of your own.
Your Honor, I do represent Christopher Landon, and we're prepared whenever the court would like to proceed.
All right, we're gonna wait now. Did you hear the offer for Mr. Landon?
We have not heard the offer, Your Honor.
All right, the offer is a 12-month delay sentence and $240 fine.
Excellent, Your Honor. Then if I may avail myself of that breakout room, Your Honor.
Well, we'll wait, you're gonna wait until we'll wait until the city attorney gets here. Let me summons him here now.
Thank you.
All right, let's see if Mr. Grant, now you need to unmute yourself, sir. All right, now you can speak. Let me see if I can hear you. Still nothing. Now, if I can suggest you go to the audio portion of the Zoom and see if you can join using your device, or if you have a landline, you can join using a phone, and you can call the phone in and pair the devices together using the Zoom ID plus the participant ID. And that will, if you go to the landline, you dial one of those numbers that they have, join, and you can pair the two. If you have a landline or another telephone by you with, so that you can stay online. It'll work either way, but if you go to the audio portion of it, you should be able to either call a phone or connect to audio using a device. All right, we got Mr. Goss in the breakout room. I'm going to start with Mr. Lampton to put you and your counselor, or at least your counselor, in the breakout room with Mr. Goss. And then I'll follow up with Mr. Ladd.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I probably would suggest you hang up and try it all over again. If you got that's 2 devices, you hang up and try it all over again. And then say connect by phone, use one of those numbers to call, put in the Zoom ID and make sure you follow up by putting in participant ID and it'll link those 2 together. I don't understand why this is dismissed by party. He still owes money according to. Yeah. All right. So when we look at this, see why this.
Your Honor,
Yes.
Mr. Ladd is ready. If I'm not mistaken, you did say he is with a 9-month delay sentence, correct?
Yes, but like I say, I'm concerned about the nature of the charge and whether we should send him to Shannon Holmes, Judge Holmes for drug treatment.
I did speak with him about that. He would prefer to stay with you, Your Honor.
I know you would. But I don't know if that's gonna be right. I don't know if we're gonna give you, I don't know if we can grant you that request, Mr. Bradfield. As much as I appreciate your advocacy, the overriding thing is, the nature of it. And if the allegations are correct, which at this point, they're still allegations. That's bad, 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 bad stuff. And it just bothers me. And what most of the time, it's better to be safe than sorry. If there's not a problem, then there should be no problem in this Judge Holmes court. If there is a problem, hopefully, and she has the resources to address it. So let's see.
Your Honor,
Yes,
what was there another attorney that needs to talk to me?
yes.
Good afternoon, Mr. Goff.
Good afternoon, Attorney Bradfield. How are you?
Wonderful.
That's very good.
We're waiting on, now our court reporter. She already informed us that she has a little bit of a delay. She had another matter that she's, looking up in the building, so we're waiting on her to zoom in. As soon as she zooms in, then we will get going and get you out of here as soon as possible. And I'm still waiting on, okay, now we have, all right, now please, Mr. Grant, or a young lady, I think maybe your granddaughter or something there.
Yeah,
Or-
yeah,
Okay, now I can hear you. All right.
good. Yes, Your Honor. I'm sorry about that.
Now, that's all right. No one needs to apologize. Virtual notice requested. As it relates to your issues, sir, what's your date of birth?
8/20/55.
2055.
Yes, sir.
All right, so. All right. Some reason you came to court on one of these tickets, or what did you do?
I did a Zoom call on the ticket.
Not
And,
with me, are you?
Was it you?
It couldn't have been with me. No, you were in courtroom 218. And they dismissed this ticket. But they left a $30 fee.
Oh,
And now
okay.
it's still a $25 fee. And now it's a penalty because it wasn't paid, it's 5%, so $5 extra. I'm not concerned about that. We could do something about that.
Yes, sir.
Then you had the other insufficient lights dismissed at that same court hearing on the same day.
Correct.
And there's no fee on that, which left you with the misdemeanor of unregistered untitled. Let me ask you this, sir, just a yes or no answer. Do you have registration for this vehicle?
Yes.
All right, can you provide that registration? Can you get a copy of that current? Okay, very good. Is that up to date there, sir?
Yes, sir.
This is a historical vehicle,
Yes, sir. Yes, it is.
1980 Caddy. I know, is that your granddaughter there next to you?
No, it's my fiance.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh,
Whoa, you know, I don't know how you do it, sir, but you're doing good.
You're very funny, sir. You're very funny.
So,
Thank you very much.
yeah, yes. I was gonna say, hey, I guess some people are luckier than others. That's all I can say to that.
Yeah, well, I do feel lucky. Yes, I do.
I consider myself lucky as well. My wife is a very, very good, I believe, super attractive woman too, so.
Beautiful. Praise the Lord. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, and I don't know how you got this ticket or what happened. You showed me, let me make sure that that is current again. Let's see that. So bring it down a little bit over the other way. There we go. Keep going. That same way. Yep. Okay, 2031, 415. All right, so from my understanding, that plate is good for 10 years, correct? Because I got a historical plate on my vehicle as well. That plate is good for 10 years. You're done. You can put it down.
Yes, sir.
And you got that a couple of months before you drove this car on 6/4/2020. From my understanding as well, knowing that what a little bit I know about the historical places, there's a time where you can operate that vehicle. I'm thinking now is past that season. It's really for the summer months and maybe for car shows and things like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, it is.
And it seems as though you've operated that vehicle within that time frame. So, when I get this, case heard, I'm going to dismiss this case for your client, Ms. Bradfield, based on the fact that he provided valid documentation.
Thank you, Your
And
Honor.
then, we will waive the $30 fee, so it doesn't, affect his, driver's license, but you gotta wait a little longer, sir, until we get a court report.
Yes, sir. What year is your historical vehicle?
I got a 1988 Mercury Scorpio,
Ooh, a Scorpio. Ooh,
and it has 750 miles on it.
700?
700.
Wow, you must have got it from the south.
No, right here on the west side of Detroit, believe it or not.
Are you serious?
Right on the west side of Detroit. And I've always been into those cars, and we have had them when I was growing up. And the lady down the street, her sister had one, and every time she would come over, I would ask her, "Hey, when you gonna sell that car?" Hers was blue, this one's black. Hers was blue. I said, "When you gonna sell that car?" So her sister passed away a couple years back. This is back in 2015, I think, or 14. And I walked into the funeral home, and she was standing there, and first thing she said to me, she says, "When you gonna come get that car?" I said, "You still got it?" So she said, "Yeah, it was, this is the blue one." And she kept it in the garage and everything. So then it got it cleaned up, fixed it up, got it rolling. When I went to my barber, who's been my barber for over 20 years, he said, "That's clean, but I know of a cleaner one than that." I said, "You know a cleaner one than this?" She said, "Yeah, it's on the west side." And I went over there and I saw it, and I didn't look at the odometer, I just saw it. And I tried to get in touch with the guy. And then one day I rolled back over there, and he says, I asked him, "Could I look at it?" And I brought my buddy with me. My buddy says, "Oh man, the miles been rolled back." And I said, "What you mean?" And they're not, because it's a 1,000,000-mile odometer on that car. And I looked at the miles, it was 659 miles on the car.
They never drove it.
Never drove.
Never
Never drove. And
Wow.
it stayed in the car. He told me, he says, "It's still 87 air in those tires. The tires never deflated or anything."
Ooh, you was lucky on that one.
I was.
Wow.
I
Mine's-
routinely ask my kid, and I don't mean to, no disrespect to your wife, and I don't think she'll take it as a fiance. I don't think she'll take it as because she looks very young. But I routinely ask my kids about 1980 Cadillac. I see you got a two-door coupe, and I say, "Would you drive that?" And they said, "Oh no, I would never get." I said, "That's a Cadillac?
That's a
Coupe
Cadillac.
DeVille?
Right.
Cadillac DeVille, this was the top car."
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, it was. Yes, sir.
And they don't know nothing about that stuff.
Well, yeah, no, they don't appreciate it,
They don't
they just
appreciate
say it's a car.
And now
It's
you
an
look
old
at
car.
Cadillacs, it doesn't, I don't want to dog Cadillac out in open court,
Oh,
but it doesn't have that same effect as those older Cadillacs did. And I guess no car really does.
Correct, yeah. Mhm.
You know,
Yes, sir.
but that's, I'm like, those are, if you find out, how many miles does yours have on it?
81,000.
81,000. And what color is it?
oh,
Canary yellow, triple.
Triple and white interior?
No, triple and canary interior also.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
yes.
Sometimes-
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll tell you. I always look, I say, hey, and my wife, she won't, she would definitely not want to drive a car like that. And then she tells me it's too big. And I say, you drove that expedition we have, you didn't claim that to be too big, you know? I just.
Yeah. She said, you right. Yeah. But everybody see it, and they love it and they stop and we have to have a conversation about it.
I'm sure you do. Triple yellow, that's kind of rare.
Yes, it is. But I
You
met
see the
another
canary
guy.
yellow with white interior and the white top, half white top, but the triple yellow and that's kind of rare.
Yes, it is. Yes. I met a guy, he came by the house and we was out doing like the summer and we was out doing the grass and my fiance said, why did somebody steal your car? And then I looked up, he driving down the street. It's the exact same car, but it's the Brittany with the sunroof top.
Oh.
The exact same car. I mean, the exact same car. This is just the Brittany. His was 222. Yes. So, and he do garages because he said he do garages and I needed a garage door. And he said, well, I work on 8 Mile at the big garage place on 8 Mile. I said, okay. So we exchanged number and he want me to bring my car by his house so that his wife can see it. So I told him I'd do that.
Your Honor.
All right, we got you. All right, very good. All right.
Thank you. I'm ready.
We're ready when you are, Miss Williams-Law.
I am ready, Your Honor.
Very well. All right, this is the city of Detroit versus Ricky Grant. This is case number SP 1209313. And we'll throw in there SP 1208761. Appearance for the record, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Daphne Bradfield, P70578 on behalf of Mr. Grant. State your name for the record, sir.
Ricky Grant.
For purpose of arraignment, he stand mute and waive formal readings, Your Honor.
Very well. And we will enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf. We will also, like I said off the record, we're going to dismiss this matter. Mr. Grant has provided valid documentation. It appears that he has been operating this vehicle within the guidelines of the state of Michigan on how you're supposed to operate the historic vehicles. And I just couldn't see myself in good conscience holding a man that has a triple canary yellow Cadillac DeVille responsible anyway. So with that being said, sir, I'm going to dismiss the cases and I'm going to waive those fees. It does appear that you went to court on that, looking at the ROA. I don't know how the fee got assessed, but we're going to waive that fee and we're going to dismiss the other case. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor, very much.
You know how well. Ms. Nash knows how.
Well, he took the offer, he had insurance. What they do, they still charge him $25 fee, and then what happened, he didn't pay, so that $5 got added.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you know that, sir?
He had a pre-hearing.
You had a hearing and you went to the hearing and routinely they charge that $25 fee. I don't know what the statutory basis for that is, if you know, Ms. Bradfield, but apparently you didn't pay that $25 fee, then a $5 late fee got assessed to your account. But be that as it may, if you did owe that, I'm just gonna treat it like an early Christmas present from you, all right, or from us, all right? So,
All right, yes,
sir. You, your fiance, the rest of your family have a safe and happy holiday season. We'll do what we say we're gonna do on this end. Just take care of that Coupe de Ville.
Yes, I will, Your Honor. Will I get any paperwork email stating that it's
No,
dismissed or
you
anything?
probably won't, but I got the best clerk in the building, and she's going to make sure that we have that. You can always go online at 36districtcourt.org and print your name up, and And you can see everything that happened, and you'll see that you won't owe anything, and your cases will be closed, all right?
Yes, Your Honor, and thank you very much, and may God bless you and your family, and stay safe, please, and happy
All right.
holidays.
All right,
And take care of the car.
I will too.
Yes, sir. Goodbye.
Let's see. Who do we have ready? I think Mr. Lambden was the first person in here.
Thank you, Your Honor. I believe we're ready with perhaps a slight wrinkle.
What's the slight wrinkle?
The client is willing to accept the deal, but he's requesting the ability to plead just no contest, if the court's willing to entertain that.
And the basis for the no contest plea?
He was working for a separate security company than the actual company who threw the event that he was at. So he was lacking some knowledge, but he is willing to accept responsibility for not investigating it better.
All right. I don't know if that's a sufficient basis for a no contest plea. And when you say he's working for a separate security thing, are you saying that he is doing this to try and avoid civil liability?
To be honest with the honor, he claims he had no knowledge of the actual event being illegal, that he just got hired for a security job in the parking lot, but he does wish to avail himself of the offer.
No, I'm not talking about the facts and circumstances. Well, he would have to know that the place was illegal, I think. Let me see. I think we don't even have it. Have you looked at the face of the ticket, counselor?
Yes, Your Honor, I can re-review. It was just being at a place where, that would be, you're right, Your Honor, maybe we could get away from that. It was just being at a place where something was happening.
I want you to look closely at the face of the ticket, and I don't know, but I'm gonna leave it up to you to find out. This statute code here, 57-21, that's the Muni code that it's written under. I don't know if that code is correct. I don't know. That's why I'm going to, I just want to make sure you have the face of the ticket, so you have everything that you need to have to advocate, zealously advocate on your client's behalf.
Yes, Your Honor. Perhaps, Your Honor, if we may be pushed back slightly so I can check into circuit court for a hearing at 2 and research the citation number, if that's possible, Your Honor.
That's very possible, sir. I was all right there. We'll give you till February 3rd, pre-trial.
Thank you so much.
2022 at 8:30 a.m. We'll give you that opportunity to do that research and look. And like I say, I don't know, the code is written under here. I don't know. I just don't know. And that way you can understand the elements of what the charges are. And if there is a plea, then you make your accurate factual basis. Or if you want that no contest plea, you can, if it's for civil liability or something like that, that would be a proper basis for or if it's no recollection, those would be proper bases for a no contest plea. So February 3rd, 2022 I wish you and your client a safe and happy holiday, and we'll see you back in the new year.
Thanks, you too, Your Honor. Have a great
Thank
day.
you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Okay. Now, Mr. Ladd, are we ready?
Excuse me? I couldn't hear you. Can you
Are we
hear me?
ready? Well, Ms. Bradfield,
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
yeah, let me put this aside, so Shirley. Counsel, are you ready with Luthi?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
What are we gonna do with Luthi?
Your Honor, after speaking with the city attorney, he indicated that he will be dismissing this matter. I'm in the process of receiving information from my client confirming what I related to him, and I will be emailing that to him.
But right now, it's a dismissal then, right?
Correct.
All right, yeah, I see it notated here. All right, this is the city of Detroit versus Benjamin Joel Luthi, case number SP 119-63441. Appearance for the record, please.
Your Honor, Kathleen Getch, in a company with and on behalf of Benjamin Luthi.
Okay, so.
Would you
Go ahead.
like my P number?
Certainly.
30574.
Very well. There is a recommendation in the file to dismiss with the stipulation of probable cause.
Okay.
Can we get that stipulation from your client or you on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. And I would stipulate that there was probable cause to issue, but upon further information and proof that there is no reason to proceed with this matter.
Very well said, Counselor. That is noted, and based on that, we will dismiss the case. And if there's nothing further, I wish you and your client the safest and happiest of holiday season. And I'll be an honor to have you in my court again, Counselor.
Thank you, Judge, and it was a pleasure to be in front of you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, have a good day. All right, last but not least today is Mr. Ladd. Let's call the case.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is the city of Detroit versus David Ladd, case number U598-88021. Appearance for the record, please.
Daphne Bradfield on behalf of Mr. Ladd. State your name for the record, sir.
David Michael Ladd.
For purposes of arraignment, he stand mute and wait for my readings, Your Honor.
So, you know something, Ms. Nash, I'm sorry, Ms. Bradfield. What's your date of birth, sir?
11/6/1973, Your Honor.
So, for the purposes of arraignment, I'll enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And I am probably privy to more information than you are. And with that being said, and the information I see, I am going to transfer this to Judge Holmes.
What information that you see that I'm not privy to, Your Honor?
All right, I see.
Miss Bradfield.
Hold on just a second, sir. Go ahead, Your Honor.
Sorry.
If your client wants to speak to you, I'll allow him to.
But I wanted to know what information you see.
Okay, so I see from 9/13/01, Mr. Ladd pled guilty to a narcotic drug violation in the area of Tacoma and State Fair Street. I see another narcotic drug violation, 9301, in the area of, well, let me make sure those are the same, 9301. 1301 and 9301 in the area of State Fair and Elmira. Those are just relatively the same areas. You pled guilty to that. I also see another drug violation from 2304 on Camelot Street. That that case was dismissed. However, I see another possession case that dates back to 1/27/1998. And that case was dismissed as well. Based on Mr. David Michael Ladd's history, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cases that have some way or form come through the 36th District Court, and only one case was a failure to signal or on turn or leaving curb. The other 5 cases were all drug related. So I'm under the impression that Mr. Ladd has a problem, whether that be an issue with using drugs or whether that be an issue with dealing drugs. That's going to be, I don't know if he wants to speak to you about that, but I'm going to take it as he has a problem with using drugs. So those are the reasons why I come to the conclusion that I come to. Now I can give you an opportunity again to speak with Mr. Ladd in the breakout room if you'd like to.
Yes, we
Yes,
can go
Your
back
Honor.
into the breakout room, Your Honor.
Very well. You can just
Thank you.
rejoin the room that you are already in. Mr. Ladd, you have to rejoin that room.
Yes, sir. How do you rejoin it, sir?
It should be a area where there's 4 boxes or something that,
Says
Yes.
join breakout room.
yes.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, Okay, we're back on the record for Mr. David Michael Ladd. I've given you an opportunity, sir, to speak with the defense counsel in the breakout room. Ms. Bradfield, what is your client, I don't know if it matters what has been said unless you can say something very, very moving that I changed my decision.
Well, Your Honor, I know two of the requirements in order to be accepted into Judge Holmes' drug court program. One, that the client is volunteering to do so. And number two, that the client believe they have a drug problem. None of those are accurate statements as of right this moment. So that would not be a viable option at this time. My client would like to enter a not guilty plea and ask that this matter be set for a jury trial. We would like to request body cam footage for this incident, as well as lab analysis report.
Preach, preach, preach. Look at those words. Those words are like, you ever been to the symphony, Mr. Ladd? Is he still here?
Yes, Mr. Ladd, are you there?
I think he may be frozen.
Okay.
Here right now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, did you hear all that your counselor said?
I did, sir, Your Honor.
You ever
Yeah.
been to the symphony before, sir?
Excuse me?
Have you ever been to the Detroit Symphony or any symphony?
Mr. Ladd, are you still there?
He's breaking up.
Okay.
We need to probably get him on a better device, or at least have him cut off his camera in order, I think he left us now.
Okay. Hopefully he'll log right back on.
Now, this, I do understand what, and if he wants to take it to trial, I have no problem with that, you know that. But on the other note, and I'll say this when he gets back as well, on the other note, is that I can't order him to go to drug court as well. And I was reading, let me see. Let's see. Here. Are we gonna get him back?
He's back. He's back.
All right, we got him back. Now we gotta get an audio. There we are. Okay, we're back on the record with Mr. David Michael Ladd. You have to unmute yourself, sir.
Oh, can you hear me now, sir?
I certainly can, sir. Okay. So.
Sorry about that, our internet.
have you ever been to the symphony, sir?
No, sir, I have not.
You've never been to a symphony? Well, what about your favorite artists?
Yeah, my wife and I are both artists.
Your favorite, or what kind of art do you,
I do portraits. She does technical art.
well, what about, and I'm just trying to describe how good and how that sounded to me, what your attorney articulated on your behalf. You know, I was a concert violinist when I was a kid, and I guess I didn't appreciate it as much as I should have, because if I would have stuck with it, I probably wouldn't be sitting here before you. But the creativeness of the symphony, all of those instruments coming together, you sit there and you just appreciate that good music, and that's what she did for you. One thing I disagree with, and that's what we do as lawyers and judges and things like that, is I disagree with my ability to send you to drug treatment court. And that would only be if you were willing to take responsibility at this time. I could do that. Since your lawyer has asked for a jury trial, then I do not have that ability anymore. I have to let the case go through the normal channels as it would any other case that somebody wants to exert their right to a trial. So I'm going to set this case for a jury trial. Now, one thing I have to ask, and let me ask your counselor, Ms. Bradfield, I haven't had a jury trial yet. I don't know if you've had in this building since the COVID is done.
We have to find a pre-trial first.
Do we have to do a final pre-trial? All right, so let's set this for a final pre-trial. And I'm told by my clerk that this needs to be set for a final pre-trial February 3rd, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. Do you disagree with that, Ms. Bradfield?
No, Your Honor. Also, if Mr. Ladd will put in the chat box his email address, because we would like to ask if he could fill out the form for a court-appointed attorney to see if the court would determine whether or not he can afford his own attorney.
Very well, we'll do that as well.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
All right. So what is your email address, sir? I'll write it down. Or if you want to put it in the chat, you can do that. I can get it from the chat.
Sir, it's DAVE.LADD73@gmail.com.
I have DAVE.LADD73@gmail.com.
That is correct, Your Honor. And once again, Your Honor, the only reason why I, what? Oh.
Listen, listen, well, I'll give you another thing. The best advice I got from an old lawyer one time, he says, don't talk, you just might walk.
Oh,
I'm sure your wife can appreciate that. I know Ms. Bradfield can appreciate that.
Yes, she's laughing, sir. Thank you.
Sorry. You know what I'm saying, Ms. Bradfield?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's what he told me. Don't talk, you just might walk.
Now, I do want to ask you something, Your Honor. Did something change since the pandemic started in regards to your ability to sentence to drug court, since if a person is not volunteering to go? Is that something new?
I don't know if it's something new. I'm gonna research where I read that. But in my ability to sentence, it's my understanding that in my ability to sentence him, I can sentence him to a drug court. He's
I
still. Okay, huh?
I thought drug court was voluntary basis only. And the reason why I'm saying that, and that's why I asked if anything changed since the pandemic, because when I was practicing inside of the courtroom before the pandemic, I knew that to be true. So that's why I asked if anything changed since then.
And I can't answer that.
Okay.
I can't answer that. But put it this way. If you are true, if that is correct, and I'm not saying that it's not, like I say, you have one of the best lawyers in the state of Michigan, and you're lucky enough to have her. But if you are correct, I can still fashion my sentence as if he's got 2 years with me on a misdemeanor case.
I truly understand that. I just wanted to know because if something changed, I want to know. You know what I'm saying? So I would know.
No, I know you do. No, I know you do. And what I'm gonna do, and this is just for our own education, I'm gonna find out where I read that. I'm gonna try to find out where I read so much stuff that it sometimes gets boggled up in my head and I don't know where I found that. But when I run across that, I'm gonna find that out.
Okay. And just please let me know next time you see me.
I definitely, if I have that information, then I'm gonna be looking.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Now, what are we waiting on now? Are we waiting on what?
We're waiting on Mrs. Yassick to call us.
Well, we're not gonna worry about that now, because he
Okay.
wants a jury
That's
trial.
fine.
We got a February 3rd, final pre-trial date, and we need to get him that application.
I think
for
she has
indigent.
one. I think.
Well, no, she just said email him that application for indigent defendant, so that he can fill that out.
He's
I
gonna
wrote his
fill it out.
email address in the file,
Okay,
and you can email that to him. He can fill that out, get it back to the court.
okay, got it.
All right, anything further, sir?
No, sir. Thank you.
Anything further, Ms. Bradfield? Did I
Yes.
cover all the bases there?
You did cover all the bases, but I wanted to know, let Mr. Ladd know. When you fill that form out, make sure you put your telephone number on there where you have your address to. Because if you are appointed attorney, they need to be able to contact you, okay?
Okay, thank you, Ms.
We get a
Bradfield.
good phone number from you now that you say that. This is stuff that we would have routinely get if you were in the building on those forms. What is your number, sir?
586-747-9534.
957479534. All right. So if it's nothing further, we're going to get you those documentations. Look for an email, and you get that back as expeditiously as you can, and we'll forward that to the proper channels, and then you'll get some sort of determination of whether that they will afford you counsel or not.
Okay, Your Honor, thank you.
All right,
Okay,
if nothing further, you and your wife have a safe and happy holiday season, sir. I will see you back on February 3rd, 2022 in the new year, okay? 8:30
You
a.m.
too, sir. Merry Christmas to you, and you as well, Mrs. Daphne.
you welcome.
All right, thank you very much.